Previously on Momma Cherri's Soul Food, Soul in the Bowl Cookbook, Corona Special giveaway to you. This is what happened the last time. Okay? Sorry you missed it. Go back and check it out. The full video is what I'm talking about. Sit back, enjoy, and get yourself a cup of tea to get ready for the next episode coming your way. Let me get to you close up. Okay, it's Momma Cherri. I'm going to actually read from cover to cover for the first time. Oh yeah, the first time. I'm gonna actually give you the quantities and the recipes. It might be a little bit. If you're just checking in, check it out. The music that you're hearing at the beginning, that is a track called Soul in the Bowl, which was me. Yeah, it's me singing, me and my friend. The birth of Momma Cherri's Soul Food Shack. Not my birth, the birth of the restaurant, okay? This is a picture of the original Soul Food Shack, okay? And as I read, you'll see we upgraded to the big house. Let's turn the page. Aha! This is what you've been waiting for. Put the glasses back on. It's a kitchen nightmare. Oh, yes it is. The essence of soul food is sharing what you have. And let's welcome back. This is part 3. Yes, we are moving along. And Momma Cherri's Stay Inside Coronavirus Special, where I am giving you guys my cookbook. Okay? I'm reading it to you. So now go back. What I encourage you to do is go back and look at the videos, because there are over 400 videos up, y'all. I know if you're just coming to me now, stop. Wait a minute. Rewind. Back in time. And check out all those videos. But you'll be able to now cross-reference the actual videos to the book. Okay? I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for you guys. You know, I was supposed to be writing my next cookbook and everything, but I said, you know what? I got the recipes, but I got a cookbook. And I need y'all to engage in this cookbook, because this is the quick ABC of cooking. Oh, yes, it is. So, this little video is going to be a little bit more hard to digest, but I'm going to get to it. Let me start reading. Put my glasses, you know, my wonky glasses. Put them back on. So, here we go. Soul in a bowl is a soul. Soul in a bowl is to soul food what tapas and dim sum are to Spanish and Chinese food. Bite-sized sample dishes from the main menu. We set it up after Gordon Ramsay suggested that we offer a selection of soul dishes in small bowls on trays for people to share. He felt the customers didn't know enough about soul food to make the right choices. He was right. And were nervous about ordering dishes they never heard of. Soul in a Bowl would educate their palates so that on their next visit, they could tackle the main menu with more confidence. In fact, this hasn't really happened. Soul in a Bowl is so popular and such good value that the majority of the returning customers stick to it. Now, a typical soul in a bowl tray. This is what you used to get when you came to the restaurant. Remember, if your first time restaurant's closed, has been for over 10 years. Okay? However, restaurant may be closed, but the soul lives on. Here we go. So, typical tray, you would get a bowl of fried catfish goujons, hot buffalo chicken wings, southern fried chicken, barbecue ribs, Mama's meat jambalaya, or veg jambalaya, or fish jambalaya, depending on what you like, macaroni and cheese, some succotash, cornbread, sweet potato salad, coleslaw, and a mixed salad. Now, daggone it, you tell me that ain't good. You getting all of that. Now, the way we served it, it would be, if 2 people sat down, the bowls would be big enough for 2. If 4 people sat down, we'd make them big enough for 4. And it was a sharing platter. So in a bowl is a great way to get a party started at home. I have put together a few suggestions to suit your various party needs. A breakfast or a brunch party. American pancakes, French toast, bacon, fried apples, hash browns, corned beef hash with poached eggs and salsa. A dinner party. Nachos with tomato salsa and guacamole, hot buffalo chicken wings, fried catfish goujons, Reverend Daisy southern fried chicken, Mama's meat jambalaya, veg jambalaya, Brother Brian's barbecue ribs, meatballs, corn salad with black-eyed peas, deviled eggs, coleslaw, key lime pie, and pineapple upside down cake. Daggone, got me hungry. I'm ready to shut down this video right now and start cooking, but let me keep reading. Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. Roast turkey with cornbread stuffing, cranberry sauce, pig straws, Brother Ryan's barbecue ribs, Cajun potato wedges, candied sweet potatoes, spring greens and kale with ham hocks, cornbread, Hoppin' John's, roast vegetable trio, sweet potato pie with pecans, and peach cobbler. Love it! And then we have a children's party. Nachos, fried tortilla strips with tomato salsa and guacamole. Get those kids' taste buds developed early. Give them guacamole. Guacamole is very good for you. Everybody knows that avocado's got all these healing properties, so let's start the kids off early. Fried catfish goujons, buffalo chicken wings without the hot sauce, southern fried chicken nuggets, mini homemade burgers, macaroni and cheese, Cajun potato wedges. They can be sweet potato or white potatoes, and chocolate brownies. Okay, now, I told you that. Now I'm going to show you some of these photos from some of those dishes that I've just talked about. Okay, so here you go. Have a look at that. Okay, and all of these dishes I cooked. Okay, so there you go. So you were looking there at some jambalaya, fried chicken, sweet potatoes, my solatuli. I'll tell you about that later. I haven't even made that yet for the channel. I'm going to make some solatuli. Okay? Some fried jerk red snapper. Oh, that's another good one. Okay, so let's turn the page. Okay, people, are you ready? Because here we are in part 3, and we're just about to start our cooking. The first recipe, so now we're looking at breakfast. Okay? So, breakfast. Our first breakfast one that we're going to do, and this is my American style pancakes. All right? Oh, God, make me excited. Now, to tell the truth, you haven't really had an American breakfast if you haven't had a round of pancakes and what we call French toast. These aren't your thin European style ones, crepes with lemon and sugar. No. These are plump, light, fluffy pancakes. These are the real deal. Believe it or not, some of the best pancakes come straight from a box. They do. There are many good quality American brands out there which sell all over the world. I use them regularly, but if you can't find them and you want to make homemade ones from scratch, here's a quick and easy way to do it. Oh my goodness, I'm getting hot up under these lights. Y'all can see I got my fan here. I'm just got to turn my fan on. I hope it don't make too much noise. Let me turn it this way. Woo! Getting hot. Yes, there we go. All right, so here we go. To make 10 to 12 pancakes. You need 300 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 100 grams of castor sugar, or just regular sugar, ain't gotta be castor, 2 eggs, 250 of milk, and then you need 90 grams of melted butter, and then maple syrup to serve. Optional, you put in some fresh fruit, chocolate chips, and bacon drippings. I always make blueberry pancakes. I love them. Okay? So now I'm going to read you how the method to doing this. And then at the end of this video, let me see what's the next one before I go on. Yeah. We're going to try and make light, fluffy pancakes. And this requires sifting the flour and the baking powder into a bowl and then stirring in the sugar. Using a hand whisk, mix the eggs and the milk together. Then slowly add them to the dry ingredients. My glasses are about to fall off my face. Watch this, people. Oh no! I told you I was getting sweaty. I'm getting all hot. Wait a minute, get a tissue. I need to wipe down. Oh, goodness me. Woo! Sit up under these lights. Okay, so let me see if I can put my glasses back on and make them stay. Alright, here we go. Whew. Sorry about that. Back to reading. Now, also, I told you what I'm going to do is when I have updated a recipe, which I've updated this one, because for things like this, I no longer just use plain milk. I use buttermilk, okay? So in order to make buttermilk, all you need to do is take your regular milk, add a tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice or both. Mix it in, boom, turns it instantly into buttermilk. So where it says milk, substitute it with buttermilk, all right? So here we go. So mix the eggs and the buttermilk together. Then slowly add them to the dry ingredients, mixing until you have a smooth batter. It should be thicker than a traditional British pancake batter, but still loose enough to pour. Let it stand for at least 5 minutes and then add the half of the melted butter. Plus whatever else you like. Your blueberries, your strawberries, your peaches, chocolate chips, bananas. If you're using bacon, cut it up in a frying pan and then sprinkle the bacon into it as well. To cook the pancakes, preheat a large, flat, non-stick, preferably cast iron, but it doesn't have to be, frying pan and add enough of the remaining butter to cover the base. If you have just fried bacon, then pour off any excess fat. If necessary, try and use the same pan. Transfer that flavor to your pancakes, okay? The pan needs to be really hot in order for the pancakes to cook, but be careful not to burn the butter. Using a small ladle or a jug, pour enough of the batter into the hot pan to form circles about the size of a small salsa. You should be able to get 2 or 3 into the pan. Cook for about 1 minute on each side until golden brown and slightly risen. The first pancake you cook will always be a mess. Okay, people? Trust me. First pancake's always a mess. Don't worry about it. Don't think, oh no, I can't cook pancakes. Just think that's the first one's a mess. Just don't, put it to the side. Guarantee you when you carry on, it'll get better. But that's just the way it is. It's a lesson. And then you'll need to know to turn the heat up or reduce it. So the first, like most things in life, is just a trial. It's a good thing. Once you get to the third, they'll be perfect. As the pancake, I'm telling you, these glasses, I'm going to have to go out and find me a pair of them store-bought glasses, because I don't know how I'm going to do this whole book with these broken glasses. And right now my opticians is closed with this whole coronavirus. I can't even get them fixed. So I got to figure something out. So let me just hold on to it. As the pancakes are done, Turn them out and stack them up with a knob of butter between each one. You can keep them warm in a low heated oven or cover with a piece of foil. Serve with butter and maple syrup. Plus, if you like, a fried egg, hash browns, bacon, and or sausages. And this is a picture of my pancakes. Okay, you got them? Those are my blueberry pancakes with maple syrup. Let's move ahead. Let's keep going. All right? Let's see if I can get another one into this one. Here we go. When I arrived in England, I was very impressed with the traditional English breakfast. It reminded me of a good American breakfast without the pancakes and French toast. I soon realized that whenever I was hungry, I would hunt out a nice greasy spoon for an all-day breakfast. I've since learned that the American breakfast was derived from the full English breakfast, but featured mostly sweet or mild flavored foods. For me, breakfast is the meal of the day. I like to cook and serve it morning, noon, and often for a hearty supper. You know, I'm sure you got kids at home that we used to have for treat days. We'd say, I go, how about we have breakfast for dinner? Oh, kids love that. So every so often, and especially while you're stuck in, flip it up. You know, because kids get bored, you get bored. So if you see everything starting to go downhill, just say, hey guys, come on into the kitchen. We're going to make some pancakes. We're going to fry some bacon. You don't have to do bacon if you're a vegan or if you're vegetarian. You can do the veggie sausage, whatever. But get the kids involved. Cook up, because a big breakfast on a plate, that's a balanced meal. It's good. You know, put some fruit in there, a little bit of veg. Winner, winner. Here we go. So, I was real breakfast in the middle of that. Okay, here we go. French toast. This is a sweet, moist, gently fried bread that you stack up and smother in butter and maple syrup. Many people confuse it with eggy bread, but it's more than that. The sugar, vanilla, and cinnamon turn it into a delightful sweet treat. Now, what you need: 3 eggs, 100 milliliters of milk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 4 slices of white bread, or brown bread, or baguette if you prefer. Nowadays, people get really posh and they use that brioche bread. It's like a sweeter bread. It is lovely. You can do that. Maple syrup to serve, and butter. Beat the eggs, milk, sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla together in a shallow bowl. Dunk the bread in until it is well coated on both sides, but don't let it get too sloppy. Melt half the butter in a large frying pan and add the bread and gently fry on both sides until golden. Serve immediately, topped with the remaining butter and drizzled with maple syrup. Now we move on to bacon. Now, I know they say that bacon is bacon, but it was only when I arrived in England that I discovered different cuts available here. And to my amazement, the most common cut on the shelf was back bacon. Where I come from, and especially in my old neighborhood, that would have been called ham. And anything that meaty would have been served for dinner. So if you're going to have a real American breakfast, pretty much you need to get you some streaky bacon. Over in the UK, they have back bacon, middle bacon, streaky bacon, smoked bacon, unsmoked bacon. In America, you usually just find the streaky bacon, okay? So whatever bacon you got. But the tip to do it, if you really want crispy bacon, you do not heat your pan first and then throw it in. Because what you do if you really want crispy bacon, get you a cold pan, lay your bacon out, then turn the heat on. Because what happens then is it renders the fat. The fat comes out, and then as it's heating up and cooking, it gets hot and it gets crispy. Now I'm going to read what I told you to do, because that I know now. Let's see what I knew back back then. Place the bacon under a hot grill or griddle, or broil, as we say back home, on both sides slightly to crisp. You will need at least 2 rashers per person. If you don't have a grill, then fry the bacon gently in a frying pan. You don't need to add any extra oil if you're using streaky. But if it's back, a little dab will do it. Use the fat for cooking other breakfast goodies such as hash browns, eggs, grits, apples, and more. Okay? Turn that fan off. Now I'm getting cold. Fried ham. It comes from a pig. We'll eat it. And ham has always been a firm favorite. After cooking a large ham on the bone, you can simply cut off a few slices for frying. This is great for breakfast. Or you can go to the supermarket and get a gammon steak, okay? And that's kind of like from the leg where they chop it off thin and they make like these little ham steaks. Delicious. And you just need 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 onion thinly sliced, some good country ham, and some salt and pepper. And now let me just show you a picture of my fried crispy bacon, my hash browns, my apples, my eggs, and my cornbread. Okay. Let's see where we're up to. Alrighty. So for the ham. Heat the oil in a large pan, place the onion, and fry over a medium heat for 3 to 4 minutes until soft and lightly covered. Add the ham, nestling in between the onions and season with the salt and pepper. Fry for another 3 to 5 minutes until the ham begins to crisp at the edges. Bam! Done. Fried apples. Fried apples go well with a full country breakfast. They also make a tasty addition to any pork dishes at dinner time. 150 grams of butter, 5 cooking apples cored and cut into eighths. I tend to leave the skin on as it adds texture, but you can peel them if you want. 100 grams of soft brown sugar and a touch of cinnamon. 2 to 3 bacon rashers cooked. Heat the butter in a large frying pan. Add the apples and fry together, adding the sugar and cinnamon as soon as they begin to soften. The apples are ready when they are brown and soft. About 8 to 10 minutes should do it, but be careful not to overcook them. Stir in the bacon or the ham if you're using it, and then serve hot. Delicious. Hash browns. A good thing about hash browns is that almost anyone, young and old, will love them. The beauty of this recipe is that it can be used from leftover boiled potatoes. If you have any, hash browns are great at lunchtime and at dinner time. Glasses are going. Hold up, people. Whoops. Okay. But for me, the best time is when you open your eyes in the morning to the smell of some good old-fashioned home fries, as we used to call them. So 6 medium-sized potatoes peeled and diced. 4 tablespoons of oil and fat for frying. Bacon or sausage fat is best. 1 large onion diced. And some love dust, baby, yeah! And salt and pepper. Put the potatoes in a large pan of water, seasoned with a good pinch of salt, then bring to the boil and simmer until they're soft but not falling apart. Drain well and set aside. Now get a large frying pan and place it on the stove with some medium heat. Add the oil or the fat. You can use vegetable oil, but I normally use the same oil that I have used from cooking my bacon because it adds flavor. Then you add the boiled potatoes, onions, Cajun seasoning, love dust, and some salt and pepper. Stir all the ingredients together and fry for about 8 to 10 minutes over a fairly high heat. It's nice when they get a bit of a crust, so don't rush them. Just put them in the pan, walk away, make a cup of tea. Let them have time to cook and crisp up. Sip your half a cup of tea, go back, and then gently turn them over, okay? You want that crispiness to them. All right. potato pancakes. Oh, Lord, I love me some potato pancakes in the morning. I can remember walking in the morning and smelling bacon and eggs and the sizzling sound of potato pancakes frying. There is no secret to this dish. It's just a good way of using up leftover mashed potatoes. Okay? It's similar to a British bubbling squeak, but without the cabbage. Leftover potatoes, a little bit of onion, some bacon fat, salt and pepper. Just take any leftover potatoes and mash them up with a fork. Then add the onion and season with salt and pepper. Shape them into little patties. Heat some bacon fat and fry the pancakes until they have a nice crust on both sides. Serve for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay, and I think this is going to be the last one for this particular video because I've got quite a few things to upload for this one, so this is going to take some time. Country omelet. I've always found omelets quite boring, unless that is they are packed with meat, vegetables, and cheese, making them into a meal. My country omelet is just that, a fantastic meal on a plate, which you can be served at any time of the day. And you know what? I have made this country omelet, so this is good for me, reading this book, because it brings out some of the recipes that I haven't done yet. So this is one of the recipes that I'm going to make for you guys, okay? So look out for this country omelet. So, vegetable oil, what you need for 2, because these are big, for big hungry people. Some vegetable oil for frying, 2 bacon rations chopped, some 50 grams of chorizo sausage chopped, 2 teaspoons of diced red, green, and yellow peppers, 2 teaspoons of diced onions, 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons, those are all tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of chopped mushrooms, 3 eggs, 100 milliliters of milk, a pinch of my love dust, some cheese, and your cheese can be cheddar, blue, Swiss, American. It's up to you. It's your cheese. You decide. Salt and pepper. Pour enough oil into the frying pan or omelet pan to coat the base. Then place it over a medium heat. Add the bacon, chorizo, peppers, onions, mushrooms, and fry until the bacon is done and the vegetables are tender. Whisk the eggs, milk, and my love dust and salt and pepper together. Pour them over the fried mixture and stir slightly to combine. Cook over a medium heat to set underneath. Then sprinkle with some cheese on the top and gently fork it into the mixture. Place under a hot grill for 1 minute or cover until the top sets. Or you can place the whole pan, if it's oven proof, straight into the oven. It will rise up perfectly. For a cheese omelet, cook as above, but leave all the meat out. Okay? Bon appetit. So, okay, enjoy. Keep the soul. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And get that food in you. Get that soul food in you. Okay, listen. I had stopped at the country omelet, but when I turned the pages, I realized there were only 2 more recipes for the actual breakfast, so I'm going to put all of them in this one video, okay? So, hence the change of clothes, because it's the next day. I'm not coughing from the virus, I'm coughing from my throat. Let me have a sip of my tea. Okay, so, let me carry on with my wonky glasses. Here we are. This is one of our all-time favorites. Corned beef hash with poached eggs and salsa. Whoa! Very good. Now that you've made the hash browns, you are ready to turn those potatoes into another delicious meal. Corned beef hash. It's a real tasty dish done the back home way. Okay, let me explain. This is what you need. 4 medium-sized potatoes peeled and diced. 50 ml of vegetable oil, 1 onion diced, 1 teaspoon finely chopped garlic, 6 slices of corned beef or a can of corned beef, 8 to 10 cherry-sized tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 4 to 8 eggs, 2 per person, salt, pepper, and then my salsa and cornbread to serve it with. And I will give you the salsa and the cornbread recipe later on. Okay, now this is what you got to do. Put the potatoes in a large pan of water, season with a good pinch of salt, and then bring to the boil and simmer until they are soft, but not falling apart, okay? We want a little bit of texture there. Make sure you drain them well. Heat the oil in a large frying pan, add the onions and garlic, and gently fry until softened. Add the potatoes and some salt and pepper, stir well, and fry for about 8 to 10 minutes over a fairly high heat. Don't rush them, okay? They need a little bit of a crunch. Like I say, put them on, walk away, make your tea, then go back before you start stirring. Don't go breaking it up, okay? Then crumble the corned beef hash over the potatoes. Fold them in gently, okay? And then place them under a hot grill for about a minute to get a crust on the potatoes, and then roast them. Roast the tomatoes. Meanwhile, bring a small pan of water to the boil and add the vinegar. Gently crack your eggs and drop them into the water. It's easier if you cook just 2 at a time, okay? They will sink to the bottom, but then you take a spoon and you spoon the water over top of them, and then they begin to float, okay? Try not to overcook them. Remove from a pan and place in the center. Now with your poached eggs, you can actually take that poached egg, take it out of the hot water, and then you can stick it straight into some cold water, and it will hold, okay, until you're ready, all right? Remove from the pan, and then just place them in the center of the top of the hash browns, top of the tomato salsa or ketchup, served with hot buttered cornbread. All right, y'all ready for this? Let me show you this picture. This is what you're going for. This is what they're going to look like. Delicious. Can you see that? Oh, let's get it there. Yeah, delicious. That's what you're going for. Okay, let's carry on. Next, we're going to do our tropical fruit smoothies. I love a smoothie. This makes a wholesome treat for the kids. A perfect non-alcoholic cocktail or refreshing drink for a hot summer's day. If you can't find all of the fruits fresh, then you can use frozen fruit straight from the freezer, and you can even use tinned fruits, okay? So with my recipe, fresh, tinned, frozen. Just get them. Just use them, okay? So this is what we're going for. 1 mango peeled, stoned, and roughly chopped. A half a small melon peeled, seeded, and roughly chopped. 1 small punnet of blueberries. 1 small pineapple peeled and roughly chopped, or a small can of pineapples and drained. 100 millimeters of coconut milk. 1 small papaya peeled, chopped. 1 guava peeled. 4 passion fruit. 1 banana. 5 teaspoons of Greek-style yogurt. 1 teaspoon of honey. 5 milligrams of cranberry juice, and 1 tray of ice cubes. This is for juice like a cocktail, okay? And vanilla ice cream for if you run a really thick one. Now, what we say, now I've given you a lot of fruits there. Combine the fruits that you want together. Obviously, you're not going to throw all of those fruits in one. You could, but I wouldn't, okay? Whiz all of the ingredients except for the ice or the ice cream in a food blender for about a minute until smooth. Do this in 2 to 3 batches according to the size of your blender. Then mix them together in a jug. Add the ice or the ice cream to the final batch to make a brilliant smooth drink. Okay, so remember I said we're going to do, with these fruits, you pick the ones you want, combine them, and make it up. I'm going to show you a picture right now so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, here you go. These are the smoothies that I made. Okay, don't they look good? And you see how you can decorate those? Lovely jubbly. So, that is the end. Here we go. Yeah, that's the end of our breakfast ones, okay? You'll also notice that I've tried to give you links to where I've actually made videos of some of those things, so you can go back to some of my other videos. So guys, you know, keep the peace, keep the love, and I will see you in our next video. And I think, let me think, where am I up to? Part 1, part 2, this is part 3. See you in part 4. Bye.
Don't stick your hand in any hot water. I got cook's fingers. I'm used to this kind of stuff, okay?